consequence of military defeat or failure, the Nigerian Armed Forces are currently engaged and engrossed in several operations throughout the country, to rid the nation of insurgents, kidnappers, bandits, seccesionist and other undesirable elements bent on destroying the country. Several successes are being recorded, however, as is expected, there are also many setbacks, regressions, failures, and reversal of gains. We all witnessed recently the operational failure of the Syrian Armed Forces, which resulted in the capitulation of the Assad regime. Similarly, under our eyes, the armed forces of Libya was overrun and Gaddafi fled the presidential palace. Subsequently, he was captured and brutally killed. The same fate befell Saddam Hussein. After his armed forces was subdued, he escaped and went into hiding. He was eventually discovered, tried, humiliated, and executed. Many of us do not know what will befall this country if our armed forces is defeated. The consequences of military failure are dangerous, pervasive, and comprehensive. I will articulate some for our understanding. I was in Somalia in 1993 after the fall of Siidbar and witnessed the descent of Somalia into a state of anarchy characterized by violent activities which turn a once peaceful country into a failed state. Once the armed forces is defeated, the following will happen: the president, governors, senators, members of House of Reps, all other appointees of government from federal, state to local government will lose their offices. All government establishments will cease to exist. Insurgents, criminals, arsonists, killers, and murderers will become kings. Criminals will seize control of towns, cities, and all government buildings and infrastructures. Due to insecurity, destruction, arson, and killings, all other businesses will fold up. All citizens, the executive, politicians, businessmen, and all other persons will be struggling to find refuge elsewhere. All schools from universities to primary schools will be closed. We will all become refugees by running to nearby countries or internally displaced by moving to IDP camps. All banks and other financial institutions will be closed. Electricity and water will be scarce or unavailable, as the institutions providing the services will also be closed. All the monies we saved in the banks will be lost, as our currency will be useless, valueless, or even not a recognized legal tender. All our properties will cease to be ours, as our C of O will be of no value, since there is no government, no authority to enforce ownership. We will be in a society in which the might is right. The strong will overpower the weak. Jungle justice will be the order of the day. Ownership of cars and other valuables will change hands. Criminals will take over beautiful houses, expensive cars, as the owners will be more preoccupied with the issue of survival. Women and children will be on the streets. Rape will be everywhere. Gangsters will emerge and take over territories where they determine what happens. All the rich and the powerful will be chased out of their houses. Their cars, jewelry, and other valuables will be forcefully taken over by criminals. Prisons or correctional services custodial centers will be opened, and criminals will be released and unleashed on the society. Parents will be separated from their families. Husbands and wives will be separated. Criminals will take over beautiful wives and daughters of prominent personalities. Children will roam the streets due to lack of parental care. Many may become criminals. There will be food scarcity. No shop to buy food items. Farms will be deserted. Famine and starvation will become the norm. Women will be forced into prostitution. Drugs, crime, gangsterism will be the norm. Families will be separated. Family life will be absent. Criminals and gangsters will take over our houses, cars, wives, hotels, and everything good. These consequences are enumerated to encourage Nigerians to support the armed forces, to stimulate the members of armed forces to know the responsibilities on their shoulders. It is to awaken the leadership to understand the huge responsibilities on them to ensure they make the armed forces carry out the task of providing security to the country by fighting its enemies in all fronts. What PBAT must do. I do not believe our armed forces can be defeated by the enemies of the state. The FG must release the names of the Boko Haram sponsors. Secondly, declare that Nigeria is at war. Also, FG and Ministry of Defense must stop buying fake China drones that cannot fly for 20 minutes, and lastly, give the military, NPF and NSCDC a timeline to end this war. I hope this write-up will increase awareness, deepen patriotism, and strengthen our resolve to end insecurity in our dear country.